everybody, how are you? David DeFranco here from daviddefranco.com. This is the first video I'm recording post Seaside Heights, and I am dark. I'm gonna have to adjust my, my white balance. Look at this. I'm a little too red. Anyway, today's video is all about 99Gamers.com and my recent gaming haul that I got from, 99Gamers.com. Now, this is the thing. I do a tech haul, maybe like once or twice a month, and that usually consists of video games, technology products, and the occasional technology poster and, things like that. But more recently, I've come up with this idea of doing a video game haul on a monthly basis for my fellow gaming viewers. So I think this is a great way of not only discovering new games for myself, but giving you guys game ideas for the future. So a while ago, I did talk about 99Gamers.com, which is basically a trading site for gamers like you and myself. It is 100% free to use and completely trustworthy. It currently features over 18,000 games for sale, both new generation consoles such as the Xbox One, PS4, the Wii U, as well as older gaming generation consoles, even dating back to something like the Sega Genesis and maybe even the NES. But in my opinion, what makes 99Gamers.com stick out is the currency it uses, and that's coins. So basically, you buy and trade games using their currency, and this is proof of just that. And it's all around a win-win scenario for everyone. So you know what? Without any further babbling, let's get into my 3 newest games for July. So the first one I picked up is this, Luminous Electronic Symphony. Now, I gotta be honest, I do have the first Luminous game for the PSP, and it was pretty cool. I mean, I didn't really get too into it, so I didn't think it was as amazing as others seem to think. But I gotta say, it was really colorful, and for the kind of concept it's going for, it was pretty fun. So I figured I would give Luminous another shot and see if I feel better about it nowadays, since I've tried out more games, and I'm definitely a bigger fan of puzzle games nowadays than I was, years ago. So I picked up Luminous Electronic Symphony, and I gotta say, it's fun. I mean, it's one of those games where you pick up and play for literally just like 15 to 20 minutes, and then you move on to a real game, such as Mortal Kombat or LittleBigPlanet, which is the next game I'll be talking about. But for what they're going for, Luminous Electronic Symphony is not a bad game at all. It's just one of those games that I'm not taking too seriously. For example, Seaside Heights, we had a gloomy day outside, and I figured I'd boot up my Vita and just play 1 or 2 rounds of this. And that's exactly what I did. Now, this next game could definitely require more hours than Luminous does, and that's LittleBigPlanet for the PlayStation Vita. Now, I do own the original LittleBigPlanet for the PlayStation 3, but for my regular viewers out there, you pretty much know this by now, I wasn't the biggest fan of the PS3 or Sony's approach. But nowadays, with the PS4 and the PS Vita, I am a much bigger fan of Sony than I was during the days of the PS3. And honestly, it feels like I'm playing the PS1 and the PS2 again. And that right there is a good thing. I feel like I have my love for Sony back, and I'm just so glad to say that. Because I gotta be honest, I'm playing my PS4 and PS Vita a lot more than I've been playing my Xbox One and my Wii U. Not that those two are bad consoles, it's just that Sony has a lot more to offer nowadays than they did previously. At least in my opinion. But with that said, I am really excited to play LittleBigPlanet on my PS Vita, because as far as I'm aware, I believe this is the same exact game that it was on the PS3, but with maybe some PS Vita exclusives here and there. But correct me if I'm wrong, this could be its own game, but I'm pretty sure it's like the PS3 version. Just a little different in certain areas. But you know what? That's a good thing, because LittleBigPlanet is a really good game from what I remember. It's completely physics-based, and you guys know I freaking love my physics in my games. So I am really excited about playing this. But I gotta say something unique about LittleBigPlanet before I move on to my next title. And that's the fact that I got this for just 17 coins by posting a wanted thread on the 99Gamers.com forum. Now, unfortunately, at first, it wasn't available in the directory of games to choose from, so I figured I'd go to the forums and post a wanted ad, and within minutes, yes, literally within minutes, somebody said, okay, how much are you asking for? I said 17 coins, bada bing, bada boom. They posted LittleBigPlanet on the directory. I bought it for 17 coins, and the transaction was complete. I just thought that was really cool. It's just pretty much seamless. And basically, I had my game within just days because I posted that wanted ad. I thought that was pretty sweet. And now finally, last but not least, this is easily the game I'm most excited about playing next, and that's Thief for the PlayStation 4. Now, I have heard many mixed reviews about Thief. I've heard it's boring, but I've heard it's awesome. Now, I am a huge fan of stealth, and I'm also a huge fan of first-person shooters. So the fact that Thief combines those two genres into one, it's kind of like the perfect storm in my eyes. So I'm really hoping I enjoy this. I just haven't jumped into it yet because I'm waiting to beat Trine 2 on the PS4. Which I gotta say is, it's a good game graphically, but gameplay-wise and jump mechanics-wise, it kind of falls short. But I'll explain more on that in my mini review over at facebook.com/DavidDeFranco. Be sure to follow me. My link is right below. Shameless plug. But anyway, getting back to Thief, what do you guys think? Did you enjoy this? And if so, what console or platform did you play it on? Because I know it's available on a variety of platforms, but I just kind of went for the PS4 version because I'm trying to get my trophy count up, because I have plenty of achievements as it is on the Xbox 360 and Xbox One. So I'm trying to get my cred up in the whole Sony ecosystem, if you can call it that. So that is it. That is my haul for 99Gamers.com for July of 2014. Again, quick recap: Thief, PS4, LittleBigPlanet, PS Vita, and Luminous Electronic Symphony, PS Vita. But of course, the fun does not stop here. If you are interested in signing up for 99Gamers, just use that link right below, 99Gamers.com/DeFranco, and get started right away. Now for next month, I'm going to try something interesting. I'm going to try to base all 3 games for August of 2014 on a particular theme. Whether it's horror, or action and adventure, RPG, anything like that. But I want your ideas, so please post your ideas right below. What theme should I base next month's games on? So guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Your continued support is amazing, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Of course, now my AC comes back on. Peace.